Hello, shining ones. Megas here on an absolutely gorgeous morning in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians, we are the Magi, and I've got an amazing message for you guys today. It's an answer to one of the friends in the comments asking, how do we remove evil from the world? How do we actually live in Asha? Heaven on earth, the perfect creator's perfect idea. I'm going to give you the key today, right out of the holy text of Zoroaster. Before that, though, I tell a story in there, and I wanted to touch on it a little bit. So I shared a couple days ago how I'm getting my old family home back where I raised the kids, and I'm so excited. But I couldn't remember if I mentioned to it. So I told you that the morning before, I told Spirit, do you know what? I've been coming every day faithfully and sharing this message of Zoroaster and the All Good Spirit. I said, surprise me today with a blessing. And and of course Spirit did. The very next day, the house I've been wanting came up. But something I don't think I told you guys is right across the street, a new friend of mine that's rebuilding my motorcycle built a house. And I was at his house that day, the day after I asked Spirit to surprise me. And I pointed over at the house and I said, that's where I raised my kids and I got the best memories. And, I'm going to be your neighbor one day. One day I'm going to get that house back. And, I want to have Christmases there again with my kids and just be in that house. It has such great memories for us. The very next day is the day I found out that I was getting the house back, because those people that moved in, they're like, they loved it. They were going to die in that house, never leave. Circumstances came up, they had to leave. But it was the very day after I prophesied, I'm going to be your neighbor, I'm going to move in that house someday, and ask Spirit for a special surprise, my friends. So that's just how good God is. In Asha, my friends, it starts here in our minds and in our beliefs and in our faith, and amazing things start happening. So anyway, guys, I'm going to ask you to do something. I was all over the place with this message today, kind of like this opening. Went down so many rabbit trails and holes, and I'm like, come back to myself, what were we even talking about? But the message was powerful, and I know that the word behind the words is in there. So I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. If you get the message, if you get that key of light that removes the darkness and the evil from the world, go to the comments and let me know. Megas, we heard you. It's important to me, guys. I love you so much. Enjoy. Hello, shining ones. Megas here on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. Yesterday in the comments, one of our wonderful friends was asking, how do we bring Asha to the earth? He was showing some of the different things in the world that we see that are not the perfect creator's perfect idea. And what do we do? And my friend, to go through that door to those higher dimensions, to the real life, the true world, you have to have a key. And if you give me a little time today, I will present you the key. Then it's up to you if you take that key or not. We're going to be reading from the Avesta and of course from Asha. So go ahead. Let's start with let's start with the Avesta. I think that'd be good. I just saw this morning, and I saw it in a different way, and I thought it was so perfect for this. So this is Mazda speaking to Zarathustra. He says, I am the non-deceiver. I am far from the deceiver. I am the protector. And then I love this. I am the smiter at one stroke. One punch. I love that. That's all it takes. One punch of light to remove the darkness. My friends, it says, I am the one who closes every wrong door. This is the problem, my friends. If you're holding wrong frequency, that's a key. So you're opening wrong doors. You're going through wrong doors. My friends, so what do we do? Mazda says, I am light. I am all light. I am full light. We're going somewhere here. I am one possessing light by name. That's our authority, our name, our key. And my friends, when you're holding full light, pure light, that's what Zoroaster means, pure light. It's undefiled, undiluted, unmixed. It's not a little darkness, a little light, little love, little hate, little peace, little war. Full light. That when that's your key, you will see Asha fully realized. You're going to open the doors of the energy you hold, how much light you hold, the key, the frequency that you hold in your hand, hold in your heart, is the doors you're going to open in the world you're going to see. And so, especially young men and women, it's going to take some time, and that's okay. You have to trust the process. As you're letting go old stories and ideas and living from that divine spark, that pure light, learning to trust it, right? Because they tell you that's not going to work. It's survival of the fittest. You got to do unto others before they do unto you. You got to fight and scratch for everything you want in this life. And there is some work involved, my friends, but it's not survival of the fittest, is it? It's about attuning ourselves to love, to peace, to kindness. You'll open up a lot more doors, not just spiritually, but just in the natural world. People want to be around kind people. You put a smile on your face and go out and give encouraging words. Watch people start to want to be around you. Watch doors open. Watch divine appointments. Watch people start referring people to you. Oh, I met the greatest person. Go check out so-and-so. My friends, as we hold these better frequencies, it does something spiritually and it does something naturally. It's beautiful. Now get this. And it goes perfect with what's happening in my life right now. Many of you know I'm getting back my old family home that I've wanted for so long to get back because it has such great memories for me. But for those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that home at first did not. And I won't get too far into the story, but I'm going somewhere here. And I'm going to give you the key to see Asha actualized in your life. And let me just say that. Just worry about getting Asha actualized in your life. And then just share the message. And then it's up to others to do that for themselves. But that's how, just to answer my friend's question, that's how you're going to see Asha actualized in the whole world. It's kind of like in the airplane. They say, put on your oxygen mask first and then start helping others. You get yourself healed up with Asha and living in Asha, and then you share that message, and other people start to take on those higher frequencies and that truth and that perfect creator's perfect idea and create Asha in their life. That's how we're going to change the world, my friends. That's how we'll see it, even in the animal kingdom, in the earth, and it'll change everything. And it's already is. It's what's real. It's just stepping into that. So back to my house. I went through a divorce. I'm not going to go through that whole story, but what ended up happening is I was working on boats. Many of you know I had my captain's license, and I would get off sometimes 11, 12, midnight, late, and then head home. And it was the first night I realized I couldn't go home. We were split, and I was so used to, I'd always drive to my house. It was on a beautiful golf course. I mean, it's huge. I mean, I forget the square footage. I think it's like 3,500 square foot right on the golf course. Big, beautiful home, my friends. And I was headed home from work about midnight, tired. I realized, I can't go there. Well, we're split. And so my parents had a house up here in the hills. And at the time, I turned into a complete mountain man. That was not me at the time. And so I head out here. I get out into the woods, and there's this house, and I'm not excited, guys. I'm just about in tears because I'm already missing my home and my kids and my life that I had. And I open up this old house. It stunk. There's dead bugs everywhere, and it was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And I just broke down crying. It's like, what did I do to deserve this? How is my life falling apart this bad? Long story short, my kids started coming, on the weekends, and we fixed that place up. And my friends, I have stacks and stacks of photo albums of the best times of our lives. The trees, we would rake up all the leaves in the fall time. The kids would jump in it. It's got a big hill out front in the winter time, and we would sled down it, go in and have hot cocoa, and just such beautiful memories. We bought a Gator. It's a little four-wheel drive, side by side, and the kids both learned to drive in it and going all up through the mountains and trails. And we had dogs and gardens, and just we made the best memories. We had this huge rock fireplace, and I used to make the biggest fires. We'd go up in the woods, cut our own trees and wood and firewood, and I'd make the biggest fires because it was so big. And I remember my daughter going, "Daddy, is this safe?" And I'm all, "I don't think so, but God, I'm having fun," And so anyway, when I called the kids and told them we're getting our old place back, and they both booked airline tickets to come out for Christmas. We're going to go out and get our Christmas tree, just relive it, and we're so excited. And that was a place that I thought was the lowest in my life, where I just broke down crying. I hated that house, and now I love it so much, and I couldn't wait to someday get it back. And just how it came together. I won't bore you guys with this too much, but I was just talking to one of my friends. He's doing some work on my motorcycle, and he lives across the street from the house that I want. And I said, "One day, man, I'm going to be your neighbor." This was like, how long has this been? Maybe 3-4 days ago. And I was up there checking on my bike, talking to him, and we're looking down at the old house. And I said, "One day I'm going to be your neighbor again. You watch." Guys, I kid you not, the very next day, I heard those people were moving out. And I won't tell you all the circumstances because it's none of our business, but it wasn't very good why they're moving out. But nonetheless, I was getting my place back the very next day when I told the guy, I'm going to be your neighbor one day. I'm going to get that house back. My friends, and that's just magi magic. I love it. But, there's a beautiful thing came out of it. When I thought it was the worst thing in my life, become something beautiful. So sometimes you have to trust the process. And then my ex-wife, I knew the guy she left me for. We've done videos on that. He told me, "Dude, you dodged a bullet. You are so lucky." He was envious of my life and the relationship I have with my kids and the home we built and the memories. He lived in hell, just fighting and bickering and all that stuff. And, sometimes it seems the worst, but Spirit, He's guiding and leading. He's with you, and it's going to work out. And even sometimes it's from some of our own mistakes too. It's still going to work out. Spirit loves you so much. Okay, so we're talking about how do we change the world, right? Of course, we want to work in that magi magic, right? I've shared testimony, story, just amazing things always happening for me. It's come to the point where it's not coincidence. It's not a coincidence. The other day I was up at my friend's house, pointed at the house, my old house, said, "I'm going to be your neighbor one day." Right? And the very next day the house is up and it's mine. So yay, magi magic. But it's also about just doing the right things, doing the work, right? Taking the next step. And my grandma had a saying that always stuck with me. She said, "Some people, they're so heavenly minded, they're no earthly good." You don't want to be one of those, people that I don't want to, I got to be careful how I say this. But you want to make sure you also stay grounded. We're in a body. We're on the earth. Being a weirdo isn't going to work for this time that we're in. It's not going to help bring others into Asha to get this message out. So we have to stay grounded, but always reaching for the heavens with our hearts, right? Reaching for that higher frequency, being the love, being the kindness, but don't be a weirdo. I'm going to leave it at that. Asha 9 gives us the key. And it's just like it said in the Avesta. For I am light. Remember the Avesta, I am light. I am full light. My name is light. That's our key. That's our authority. That's what opens doors and closes doors. When you're full light, you can't go through some doors. You can't go through some doors of tragedy and trauma and hell. When you're holding that full light, just the better doors will be open towards you, working your way towards the perfect Creator's perfect idea. That's your guide. I am light, and in light there is no darkness. This thought I hold, this key I hold, this light I hold, is the key to the kingdom, and this wisdom rules both worlds. My friends, you need a key. You need a tool. So when you're talking about things like, I want to be this, I want to do this, I want to experience this, I want to see this, you need a tool. You need to build that. You need a key to open that door. What is our key? It's Asha. It's light. It's wisdom. It's the spirit, the frequency. And we choose Asha, the highest idea of God good. And again, that's the importance of our message. The world offers you, in the world religions, gods that can send sickness and disease, right? They can get angry, jealous, hate, war, kill men, women, and children, stone your children, blah, 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 ridiculous things, but also can do some good things, right? He can help you go in and destroy all your enemies, kill them all, and take grapes the size of your fist and stuff, if that's what you're into, and people like that. They like that revenge on their enemies. They love to conquer. They love to respect me. And for some people, that's enough. That's as much God good as they can envision in their life, my friends. But for some of us, we're wired a little different. We came here with a divine spark in us that is always calling us higher, always pointing us in a different direction, in a higher direction, a better direction. That light is always shining in us. My friends, opening the doors we need to go through, cleansing away the very sin and error that was born into our body, into our mind, into our genes, in our DNA, things passed from grandparents and parents, anger issues, addictions. My friends, low self-esteem. We knew when we came here, we're going to overcome that with the light that is in us, and that is us. And we're going to grow in that light, and we're going to open up doors that people have never seen before. We're going to bring light to a dark world. But it's going to start in our world, in your mind, in your family, in your home. My friends, the key is full light, pure light, Zoroaster. Start being it today. Start to be that love. Love the unlovely. Be the forgiveness. Forgive even people who haven't said they're sorry. Start to believe the unbelievable, that anything is possible. That's a start. That's a seed. Believe that the only thing that's real, the only thing that could come from a perfect creator's perfect mind is perfection. Believe that's you. Believe that's the true world. Believe you can start to attune yourself to it as you hold that idea, that information, that wisdom, that light, and you let it become you and fill you, that those doors will start to open up. Start to do the work that you need to do. We talk about this all the time. It's not just sitting around praying for money to come in the mailbox. That stuff can happen. I've shared stories with you, my friends, ridiculous stories. Money appearing on my lap. People being froze like statues when they tried to attack my friend. I've seen the incredible. My friends, in spirit, and the guardian angels are all around you, and the family of light and the magi that are and shall be are with you. But be doing your part here. There's a reason you're in form and matter. If you have to go to school, go sign up for school today. If you need to go pound the pavement and get a job, just start getting some money, some resources, go do it today. If Spirit's put on your heart, I need to start giving some money to Shriners or to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, do it today. Stop putting it off. Stop making excuses. This is the time for the Magi. You, my friend, want to see Asha actualized in the world. You need to start making Asha happen, making Asha actualized by being the Asha, by taking the steps, doing what you got to do, working at it, my friends. And you'll see the magic, and it's beautiful. Guys, let me know. This message, I didn't know where I was going with it. If I put this into words that resonated with your heart, please go to the comments and let me know. I need the feedback. I need to know, am I making a difference in your guys' lives? Am I able to say this in a way that your heart can receive and grow? I need to know. My friends, if you haven't got your book Asha yet, go to my homepage. It's available at Blurb now, not Amazon. And anyway, I love you guys. We'll see you next time.